No chance for the playoffs, but they haven't defeated Argonaut for the last 3 years, and they're very unaccustomed to losing to their crosstown foes, so they're anxious to end that scheme.
All right, with the big game here, anything can happen.
All right, before the kickoff, we asked our first question of the big game quiz, when was the first game between Jackson or Argonaut and Cedar Creek or Amador? What do you think, Jay? You're a newcomer.
I'm a newcomer here, but if I was going to take a wild guess, I think it was 1923.
1923, you say? Well, you're exactly right. That's amazing.
Not bad, huh, for the first time up here.
My golly. I'm glad they let the drawbridge down so you could come in. Okay.
All right. Bucks going. I think I may go to Tahoe tonight.
I think Machado and can't see the other number back there. I know
that's number 44, Jamin Worm.
Okay, Worm and Machado back there. Deep, and of course Aaron Hayden will do the kicking off for Amador. So a lot of people think Amador's going to upset Argonaut tonight. We're going to find out. Long, high punt taken by Worm at 11, I think. 20, 25. Look, hadn't been hit yet. Finally dragged down, clear up here at about the 45, 6 or 7.
Yeah, making the tackle is number 63, Aaron Brusatori.
Why did that work so well? Did they have anything set up on that side?
It was just a standard wall, or not a wall, just a standard up the middle wedge. Nice blocking by the front two lines up front, allowing them to get all the way out to about the 46-yard line.
So Argonaut Stevens over the ball, as you've been accustomed to, basically a tight formation, both ends in tight. Look at that power. They're just going to wear you down. They have the biggest offensive line, and there goes the back running hard. Ooh, squirming for 14 yards, 15 yards. Was that Worm or Machado?
That was Machado. They send their little guy up inside there for an excellent job, but you got to give credit to that offensive line. Down the field was number 55, Jared Lyman, and along with number 51, Steve Barnett. They were all the way down 6-7 yards driving their guys back.
He was hit several times, but he kept on going. So they've got a 275 yards on the ground against Somerville, so let's see what they can do. They definitely outweigh Amador. Looked like there might be an encroachment there, but I guess not. Hand off to Clark off the right side between tackle and the linebacker. I think Promisco probably tripped him up. Clark gained about 140 yards or something against Somerville last week. Outstanding back.
Yeah, all season long he's been doing an excellent job. I believe he's been the #1 rusher, other behind Newby from Calaveras.
I think so. The first quarter of the game sponsored by Amador Motors on Main Street in Cedar Creek. Your Chrysler, Dodge Truck, and Jeep Eagle dealership in the Mother Lode. Argonaut passes very seldom. They've got a wide receiver this time. Hand off to Clark, right side. Look at the hole. There he goes, and dragged down from behind just when it appeared like he might go. I think it was Promisco again.
That was Jay Promisco making the saving tackle there, but once again, that offensive line running behind their #1 tackle, Damon Wyckoff.
On that offensive line, Boring, Wyckoff, Lyman, Stevens, Barnett, Kennedy, Willie Mullen, a wide receiver. In with a play is Tankersley, I believe. That'd be at a tight end or a wide receiver position. So another 1st and 10 down at the 16-yard line. Up the middle must be Worm. Look, he's not down yet. Did his knee go down? No whistle, no what? Worm's into the end zone.
Right in front of the referee. No. He hasn't called him down, but he was definitely down. They're going to bring the ball back.
Okay, it was Worm. So when in doubt, keep running. I guess he didn't hear a whistle.
But, Argonaut coming out real fired up here. They came out in the pregame, were fired up, waving their arms to the crowd, and right now they're showing their stuff.
Have a reflection off the mirror, a little hard to see. I think I'll move right over here a little bit. 2nd down and a 5 near the 11. 9:43 left first quarter. Unstoppable running attack. Quick pitch to Machado. Ahead of him, several people, but a great secondary tackle by somebody. Caviglia or Peterson?
That was Dan Peterson, number 54 linebacker, scraping down the line of scrimmage to make a tackle there. But once again, the offensive line doing an excellent job.
Let's see where they mark it down. It's going to be short of the 1st down, 3rd, and a very short 2. Amador Motors on Main Street, Cedar Creek is your Chrysler, Dodge Truck, Jeep Eagle dealer in the Mother Lode. They feature the 1993 Grand Cherokee 4-wheel drive, rated the best in its class. Here's the 3rd and short 2 play to Clark. He's got the 1st down and then some inside the 5, down to about the 3, as that big offensive line just clearly outweighing Amador, probably 20 pounds per man, and they're moving right down the field. No hint that they're going to do anything rash with the ball, like throw it.
Right. We talked earlier in the pregame. That's what we're going to do, is they're going to have to run the ball and run the ball well, and so far they are.
8:48 left first quarter. Long drive by Argonaut. Quick count. Clark's got the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Mustangs very intent on that drive, unstoppable behind that big line, as Jay has pointed out, and they lead it 6-0. Boy, that was an impressive drive.
Very impressive drive. And what's more impressive about it is normally in high school you either have a strong or weak side, that one they really favor.
Yeah.
Argonaut, excellent line all the way across the front. They primarily favor Wyckoff's side, but they run weak side just as well.
This is probably the best offensive line that they're going to have. They've had in quite a while, and that they're going to have. Tankersley's PAT try. He's happy with it. Let's see. It is good, and Argonaut, with 8:41 remaining in the first quarter, leads it 7-0. How long a drive was that? Prospect Motors in Jackson is your authorized General Motors dealership in the Motherlode, featuring Cadillac, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Buick, Chevrolet, and Geo. So for cars and trucks, your best buy is nearby. Prospect Motors in Jackson.
Friday, November 20th, serving from 5:30 to 6:30 before the premier performance of the Amateur High School.
Offensively on that drive there was 54 yards by the Argonaut Mustangs, spreading the ball over the field with their backs. Machado, Clark, and Worm running the ball real well, capped off mainly by a 30-yard run by Clark.
All right, we watched a couple of games that Argonaut played, and they lost, and by golly, smaller teams stopped this juggernaut running. So what is it? Just smarts? Whoever has the best defensive scheme?
Yeah, that's it. It's a lot of defensive coaching and just a lot of guts on the defensive team. What they need to do is stunt the gaps. They need to put 8 or 9 guys up there right now. They're just running a standard 5-2 defense. I think they're going to need to bring their cornerbacks in and really try to stuff that run in the middle there.
Boy, that looks, you know, their shortest gain was about 5 yards in that whole drive. You don't need to pass when you can run like that. I agree with that completely. When they stop your run, then you've got to do some other things. Tankersley taken at the 8. A reverse play, and here it comes. But somebody's over here. Penalty flags go down. Matt Floyd is free. Slowed up, knocked out of bounds near midfield. A great return, but penalty flags are down. On whom it will be, I don't know. But one of the Amador coaches anxiously walking toward the officials to say, not against us, ref. For great food, ambience, entertainment, visit Ron and Nancy's Palace in Sutter Creek. More than a great place to eat, Ron and Nancy's Palace. With cuisine fit for royalty, but in surroundings all the king's men enjoy at the Sutter Creek Palace on Main Street. Didn't Amador do that against Calaveras?
Right, last week against Calaveras, they ran it 3 or 4 times and very successfully, such as they did here. Unfortunately, they were caught with a penalty there, but what they do is they set the ball up in the center there, crisscrossed a couple times, gave the ball to Matt Floyd.
He said it was a forward handoff.
Well, maybe he did hand it. He handed it forward to the reverse guy.
The very first guy, when Bruce Vittori got the ball and brought it forward, he actually moved the ball forward. So that was something that was caught by the referee and probably told by Argonaut prior to the game because they'd seen it before.
All right, first down from near the 8 for Amador. They trail 0-7. They have a more diversified offense. Floyd, a danger from the wing back. A main danger. He's broken off some long ones. They can throw the ball a little bit better than Argonaut, but they really don't rely on it that much. Bruce Vittori in motion, handoff to Oliver, the outstanding junior fullback. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough running against this big Argonaut defense.
Especially inside. Amador is a much quicker team as far as in the backfield, so they need to get to the outside there. They're going to try to run inside against the linebackers, Jamin Worm, and so on. It could be a long night.
8 minutes remaining. First quarter, Argonaut leading 7-0. They need a win to have a chance for the playoffs, which start next week. The sources conflict whether they will make it or not, but by the time you're watching this, you will know. Worm inching up as one linebacker. Newton throwing one. Monk had a step or two on Willie Mullen, but Newton, that was a long throw for
what they
Newton.
did is they were in their wing set there. They sent the receiver in motion across the field, leaving Greg Monk by the tight end out there by himself with Willie Mullen there. play action pass just overthrown.
Follow the bright star to Amador Plaza, the finest grouping of local shops in the Motherlode. At Amador Plaza, friendly hometown service makes shopping a pleasure and you the stars. So find quality products and services. Amador Plaza in Martel, 3rd and 10 or 9 play. Up the middle goes, but short of a first down. Who was that?
That was 48 Matt Floyd running the counter there, and a tackle by number 34, Guy Boring.
So first series deep in their own territory after a fine kickoff return that was nullified by the penalty. Amador forced to punt. Aaron Hayden back near the goal line to punt. Machado and who back here? The other name, Willie Mullen. Back deep, high snap, no rush, plenty of time, got it off. Beautiful punt, a gorgeous punt taken by Mullen and he slipped right down. So no return, excellent. No, he kicked that from the goal line, and that's past midfield.
Right, so that was 52 yards. They'll take the 10 yards off or so, from the snap of the ball there, but a nice punt by Aaron Hayden.
All right, question number 2, the big game quiz. Where was the first big game played? We'll tell you momentarily. Unless you can.
I don't have that in my mind yet, but I'm thinking about it.
You're working on it. All right.
I've come close.
Argonaut, last time they had the ball, 54-yard drive for a score, same formation, in tight, massive front line. See what they do again. Is Amador's defense changing? Counter handoff to Clark. He usually runs strong side. He went weak side, and for really the first time tonight, Amador's rushing defense stopped him.
Yeah, initially making the hit was number 50, Bobby Wilson. Coming up to clean up the play was number 83, Sean Leary.
Canales, one of the shining stars in Amador Plaza, features the finest Reebok, LA Gear, Vans, and Nike athletic shoes. Reebok says life is short, so play hard in their new blacktop line. Ask about team sport discounts. Hard smash off right side. Worm, I believe, second time in a row the Amador defense stiffened.
Actually, that was number 22, Machado, coming up the center there, and that was number 54, Dan Peterson, putting a nice hit on him.
6 minutes remaining, first quarter. Argonaut, very impressive on that first drive for a touchdown, but Amador suddenly has stopped 2. Now, 3rd and long, most people here are going to go to the air. I imagine they won't. Quick pitch to Clark, weak side. Amador was out there, and they pull him down after a gain maybe of about 5 yards. So all in all, Amador defended that very well.
Yeah, nice defensive play by 67, Dirk Cavilla, coming from the backside linebacker position to making the tackle.
Why wouldn't they throw with 3rd and 9 in the middle of the field there?
Well, you would think they'd throw and you'd want them to throw, but as we know, Argonaut this year hasn't been able to throw the ball real well. They rely on their running game, so they try to get that quick pitch to beat him to the outside.
So Clark back, and Mike Ross deep around the 17. They're coming, but Clark gets it off. Good punt by him, too. Ross takes it inside his 10. He's slipping. He's grabbed and pushed down at the 10, so very poor field position. Matley was down there, the quarterback on that one. Overall sponsor of Game of the Week, Prospect Motors of Jackson. 7-0 the score, and Amador hasn't had field position to do too much, but if they can get out, they might open it a little bit wider. Where was the first game played in the big game series? On campus, Sutter Creek, where the present administration building is now in 1923.
I had that in my mind. That was a thought.
First and 10, near the 10. Newton, the quarterback. A couple of defenders jump.
They're pointing at number 54, Dan Peterson. I think he may have pulled his arm up a little bit, forcing the defense to jump offside.
Dead ball foul.
No, they're going to call encroachment on the defense.
5 yards. That helps Amador get a little better field position with 4:41 remaining in this first quarter. We won't give you the score of the first game, the JV game, because you're going to be watching that next week on this channel. Lukens is wide to the left, and he's guarded by Shane Alderson, man on man. Newton faking, giving to Floyd, the counter off the right side, moved ahead, and that play has always bothered Argonaut. They have had difficulty over the years, as most people do, stopping that play.
And the key personnel in that play was number 74. I believe that was Josh Augustin in the tackle. He's the pulling tackle, and he kicked out Mike Clark and did an excellent job.
And that's hard to do. Clark is an outstanding defender out there at that outside linebacker or defensive end, whatever you want to call him. 4 minutes left in the quarter. First down, I believe, for Amador. They're getting in better field position here and have a chance to do something. Newton, just a junior, calling things. Primisco in motion. He gets the ball, and he is down. Damon Wyckoff. I think he was all league as a sophomore 2 years ago, so he is probably the all-around outstanding lineman in the league. I think that's reasonable to say.
And he showed it right there. Basically, they are sweeping to the outside, and when the guard pulls, you're taught as a defensive lineman to get in his hip pocket, and that's exactly what he did. Came down the line of scrimmage to make the tackle.
Football may make dirt look like fun on the field, but when you're tackling serious laundry at home, it's not a game. Well, more about that in a moment from Sears. In motion, Brusatori. Newton back to pass, rolling out. He has time, rifles one. Beautiful completion. Knocked out of bounds immediately. Nukins made the catch. Alderson made the tackle. That's beautiful to behold for the junior quarterback to rifle one for a completion.
What was so nice about it is they actually sprinted him out 5 yards there. They were stunting up the middle with both linebackers, Guy Bourne and Jamin Worm there. They were picked up by the running back, so it was an excellent job blocking. Newton got to the outside there to hit him on the out pass. A very well executed play.
So close they're going to measure. We were telling you about that serious laundry at home a while ago. Well, give your home team the cleaning advantage that only name brand heavy-duty washers and dryers from Sears can provide. That's Sears on Sutter Hill. Timeout for the measurement. 3:13 left first quarter. Argonaut 7-0. A 54-yard drive for a score. Very impressive. But next time they had the ball, Amador shut them down. Did Amador change their defense at all that second series when they stopped the run?
They did it in between different plays. When they first came out on their opening play, they went to a 5-3 defense. What they did is they got rid of one of their defensive backs and brought in an extra linebacker. And then when it came to that passing down on the 3rd-9 situation, they reversed back and went back to their 5-2 and spread them out a little bit. So there was a little bit of defensive change, and it helped them there in the second possession.
Second and short. The game of the week, the big game, the 70th straight year of competition between these two. Am I giving away a... I better quit saying these. I might be giving away a... I'm sure I just did. Yeah. Well, they'll probably forget by the time we get to it. All right. 3:13. So Amador getting better field position now. They can open it up a little bit more. 3rd and very short. We repeat, Argonaut 2-2 needs a win with a possibility to be the 3rd team to represent Mother Lode League in playoff action. They may not get a 3rd team, but if there is a 3rd one, it would be Argonaut should they win this game. Fake, give, Brusatori, not Brusatori, but Floyd, and he was scythed down by Fisher, I guess. At least he's the one that's celebrating.
Yeah, Jason Fisher coming from the linebacker position on his stunt there.
It looks like they're stunning linebackers virtually every game.
Just about every play they're sending somebody. They're sort of being a real aggressive defense.
Now, why do you do that to stop the Delaware wing T in these plays of them?
Yeah, there's a lot of counter, a lot of play action. You want to put pressure on. If you don't put pressure on, they can open up some for the big runs and pass passes.
Do a lot of linemen pull?
Yes.
So they going through where they're pulling? Anyway, a big loss forcing Amador to punt, so that was a real key. Bad snap, great catch by Hayden. Another marvelous punt under the circumstances. Real high one, and Argonaut prudently let it drop. Machado and Mullen were back there, but they didn't want to touch that. So Aaron Hayden has got off 2 booming punts, the 2 finest punts I think I've seen him kick this year, under duress.
Yeah, and an excellent one-hand catch there. Maybe I'll put him out as a receiver.
2:25 remaining first quarter. Argonaut 7-0 out of the huddle. So they march right down the field. First time, second time they were stopped. Let's see what's going to happen the 3rd time. Same formation. Nothing has changed. Quick pitch to Clark. He's looking for runners, using his blockers, still on his feet. And that's one of the reasons why he gains 100 yards or more about every time. He's the second leading rusher in the area, I believe, behind that massive front. He's real close to 1,000 yards. I think if he has a good game tonight, he'll go over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, an excellent job blocking there, especially by number 34, Guy Bourne. Really did a good job on Robert Randall, the defensive end.
Gained about 6. It'll be second and 4, 151 in the first quarter. Stevens over the ball. He is flanked normally by Lyman and Barnett, Kennedy and Wyckoff. Boring the tight end. Willie Mullen is split. They got a double slot or a slot on that side. Matley rolls out, throws the pass into the flat. Wide open is Clark. But a penalty flag is down. 2 of them are down as he goes out of the bound. That was a beautifully executed play, but penalties against Argonaut. I don't think any doubt about that. Maybe for holding. Have you seen that play by Argonaut this year?
No, that's actually actually we did see it. We saw it down at the Ripon game a couple times during the hit Clark in the flat. What they do is they send 2 receivers out. They run off the defensive backs, bring Clark out of the backfield, and send him into the flat.
Beautifully executed play. And, you know, you wonder why they can't do that more often. That's not difficult to execute.
Right.
It was a short pass.
And even on that, they're running to the weak side of the field, throwing it across Tom Matley's body. If they run out to the strong side, they really make it work well. But I think what we had there was a pick by one of the receivers. They had those 2 guys flanked out there. He came in and picked off the linebacker, which is an illegal play.
Oh, so that's why Clark was so free out there then, huh? All right. So Argonaut goes to the air, one of those rare occasions, and when you pass it, it can be intercepted, and you know all those things that can go wrong, and that's one of those things that can go wrong. So now they've got 3rd and very, very long. Pitch, fake, where is it? Matley's kept the ball, still running, and he moves up to about the 35, where it'll be 4th down. So Amador, for the second time, has stopped Argonaut's. That's sort of the you know, when you rush, if a few things go wrong, you're just kind of stopped.
You get shot down there. Not having a strong passing game, that really can hurt you, though.
You're just kind of mired when a couple of things go wrong. Oops, we're just stopped. So they're stopped again. They're leading 7-0 though, and seconds remaining in Clark. The rush comes. Good punt, not that high. Ross takes it. He gets past the initial rush. So Amador's field position is improving with every punt. I think Fisher in on the tackle again on Ross, but they can start off now, what, at about the 40, so they can run, pass, do about anything.
Right, after their first 2 punts, they push them back real deep in the side there.
Amador Motors on Main and Sutter Creek, your Chrysler, Dodge Truck, Cheap Eagle dealer in the Mother Lode. They feature the 1993 Grand Cherokee, a 4-wheel drive that's rated the best in its class. You'll find it at Amador Motors in Sutter Creek. 45 seconds left, first quarter. Argonaut taking the opening drive, 54 yards for a touchdown. Since then, both defenses have stopped the other offense. Delaware wing T, you're looking at it right now with at least one wing. Inside handoff to Bruce Sattori. Got around the corner and moved upfield for maybe 10. He went out of bounds at midfield, just enough for the first down.
Yeah, what that was is their standard counter there play. They get everybody shifting to the right and counter back with Bruce Sattori to the left there. About 9-yard gain.
The play that seems to be the most effective is the counter off the strong side, wide side, you know. That seems to work so well. That goes for long yardage. This one you run into the sideline a little bit. Second down and inches again. Handoff to Floyd, who looked for the first down and got it into Argonaut territory at about the 47. They stopped the clock because of the first down. There's 17 seconds. Now the clock moves. Amador may get a playoff, or it may not. First quarter of this game of the week brought to you by Amador Motors. Lukens wide to the left. Alderson's got to watch him. Lukens will flash by him. Can't get the play off. First quarter over here in Sutter Creek. Argonaut 7 and Amador nothing. We'll return.
You're watching your local television network, TSPN.
All aboard. Next stop, Jackson Station for toys and trains.
Jackson Station, where kids and adults find toys worth playing with. Quality toys that spark the imagination with hours of fun and adventure. Action toys, books, science projects, and the incredible train sets from LGB and Markland. So start your next adventure at Amador County's quality toy store, Jackson Station, located in the Jackson Creek Plaza.
Next stop for toys and trains, Jackson Station. The owners of ESC, Environmental Services and Controls, are college-educated and factory-trained air conditioning and heating specialists who do new residential construction, remodels, and commercial building projects. They do quality layout and designs in their on-site sheet metal shop and pride themselves in doing a job right the first time. Call for a free estimate at 223-5030 or 274-2666. ESC.
The Rainbow Water Store in Mother Lode Plaza, Highway 49, Jackson, has refillable containers conveniently sized to meet your family's individual needs. They have home delivery service and a water dispensing station outside their store. Rainbow Water, where dreams of an inexpensive, great-tasting beverage really do come true. You spot it, we blot it. Johnny on the spot carpet cleaners. You get it dirty, we get it clean. It's our job. We do it well. Call us at 223-1093. Reasonably priced, good quality, dependable carpet cleaning for the Mother Lode.
Bob Bissell and his son Mark of Amador Physical Therapy offer experienced quality treatment for both upper and lower extremity, orthopedic, and neurological disabilities with a prescription from your doctor. Amador Physical Therapy has been in Jackson for over 25 years and has the area's largest private clinic with professional therapy equipment and individual treatment booths. Come to Amador Physical Therapy on Court Street in Jackson, where treatment costs are covered by most insurance plans.
I'm Mary Lynn, and I'm one of the 12 operators with the Volcano Telephone Answering Service. We provide services 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We provide services to professional businesses, small businesses, county agencies, and community agencies. The service that the telephone service provides is answer calls, message taking, dispatching, paging, and other information. So let us be your business connection. Call Volcano Telephone Answering Service at 296-2244.
For more information, call 296-2244. Volcano Telephone, your phone service experts.
Second quarter of this game of the week, sponsored by Volcano Telephone, where they customize your phone to meet your needs. Our quick stat man, George Martinovich, has the first quarter stats already.
Yeah, with Argonaut leading 7-0 in the first quarter, they had 72 yards rushing, no passing yards. Amador had 17 yards rushing, passing for 12 yards with 1 first down. So primarily it was a field position game in the first quarter there. Amador being pushed back almost to their goal lines on both their previous 2 possessions. Now they've got good field position close to the 50-yard line.
At the 47, Newton, same formation as before, but they got 2 running backs on the far side. They should counter this way. Floyd hit once, twice, deep in the backfield. That time slowed up by Lane, I believe. And also in on the play was Steve Barnett. It's pretty rare when they stop that play for that short of yardage. Maybe you've got to get it in the backfield before it gets underway.
Right, we've seen that earlier this year twice. Matt Floyd broke that for long touchdown runs.
Against Linden, I think it was. Yes, they masked their defense, but I don't think Argonaut's not doing that. They're not quite putting that many people up that far because Amador can't throw the ball. 11:26, second quarter just underway. Brought to you by Volcano Telephone. Lukens is wide to the left. Alderson on him. Promisco goes out that way. Back to pass. Newton, but coming is Worm. He tries to throw it away, and that's going to be a penalty, I do believe.
Grounding the ball. Jamin Ward coming from his middle linebacker position, doing an excellent job. Came unfree, had him tackled. Newton trying to get the ball off, couldn't.
Mental mistake by junior quarterback. Do you think he should just have eaten it? Big loss.
You could call that one both ways. If he didn't throw it away, the guy would be going, why didn't you throw it away? And if you throw it away, then he gets grounding. So just a tough decision in the spur of the moment.
At Volcano Telephone, they customize your phone to meet your needs. Spoil your phone with call waiting and other custom calling services. With call waiting, your phone could be more versatile. It allows 2 calls to come in on 1 line. So for details, contact Volcano telephone 296-7502. 3rd down and long, long, long. The scoreboard says 37. We'll go with that. From back at around the 36-yard line. Lukens goes wide again. Brusatori's the wing on this side. Just in case you want to know, he's moving. Newton handoff up the middle. Big hole. Ooh!
A saving tackle by number 40, Jason Fisher there. A nice draw there. Had the defense really being aggressive and going forward there.
Floyd was ready to break it all the way on that one.
He was one guy away from breaking that for a long touchdown run, or a long run, to say.
It would have been a foot race if he got past that one. So Aaron Hayden will end to punt. He's had a couple of outstanding punts thus far. So Amador not able to do too much offensively against this real tough Argonaut defense. Poor punt that time, but the bounce may be just as good. Taken down near the 10. Machado far sideline. He's a wriggler. He's hard to bring down. He's not that big, but look at him struggle.
He didn't want to go down there. Went through 1, 2 guys, then through Brian Windsor. Finally got tackled.
Overall sponsor of this game of the week is Prospect Motors of Jackson. Amador is truck country, and you'll find Amador's favorites at Prospect Motors. They carry the full lineup of Chevrolet trucks, the heartbeat of America. Argonaut leading 7-0, 10:24 remaining in this annual big game. The game of the week, Tom Slavic Television Productions. A handoff, I guess, to Worm.
No, that was that same dive play they've ran earlier tonight. That was Machado, but an excellent job by Dan Peterson from linebacker position, coming up and making a great form tackle.
Anytime somebody's running in there, I just assume it's Worm. He's usually, of course, his fullback. He's busting up the middle, and without seeing the number, you think that's who it is. So short gain. So Amador, whatever they're doing defensively, they kind of stopped Argonaut's running attack. Hasn't done much lately. 2nd and 8. Long count. Matley, the quarterback, handoff on the weak side. Machado, good hole that time. His knee went down where the official is, but they kind of been stacking up the strong side, so they came off the weak side.
Right, ran to the weak side there and tried to force it. Gabe Gottstein, number 30, making the tackle.
3rd down and short 3, we'll call it, with 9:25 left in the first half. Argonaut taking the opening drive, 54 yards for a touchdown. Since then, nada. Either side. 3rd and short. In fact, Argonaut hasn't had a first down for a while, so let's see what they do. Quick count, quick pitch. Clark, weak side, had great blocking. More than enough for the first down. You saw it all the way to the 46 before Lukens from safety came up to drag him down.
Yeah, once again, out in front there was Guy Bourne, number 35, did an excellent job.
Yeah.
He actually, 34, he actually picked off 2 guys there. Had one guy sealed off, pushed him into the other guy. Also out there was number 76, Jack Kennedy.
That's what I like about it. It seems like the offense is a little bit more versatile the last few games. Normally, Clark, strong side runner. Now he's going weak side a lot. Machado going strong side. Little nuances, but a little bit different look for them. 1st and 10, that power eye with 1 wide receiver. Quick pitch, look, outside the corner already. Machado, there might be a clip there. No flag down. I saw one of the Amador players, I do believe, hit from the back, but no penalty called.
Yeah, that was Jay Pomisko that was out there, and I'm not sure who it was, but it looks like he pulled off at the last second. It could have been a questionable.
He got bumped. He got bumped. There's no doubt about it, but the officials are right there, so I guess everything was all right. So a quick pitch to Machado. That pitch just barely missed hitting somebody getting out there.
A lot of pressure by the defensive end there coming in. That was Robert Randall. Almost got the ball.
8:23 left, and Argonaut beginning to drive again. They lead 7-0. Quick pitch this way, but someone penetrated. Uh-oh, grab a face mask. That's the only thing that could be. So who came in there? Sean Leary.
Yeah, 83. Sean Leary doing an excellent job. Slid off his block. Had him by the shirt. Looks like he grabbed him by the face mask.
Boy, they really stopped that play. Very alert play by Leary. He leads in sacks, I believe, with around 4. 8:10 remaining, and if the penalty against Amador, that would be a tough one because they defended the play very well. It is.
Buffalo.
Boy, big penalty. Is that 15 yards?
15 yards. In high school
Was that
football,
flag?
it's
Oh,
always automatic
always.
15
Ooh.
versus the pros and college. It's an optional 5 or a 10. So
That wasn't flagrant or anything. You know, that seems like a little bit too much, 15 yards. They ought to change that rule, maybe.
Mustangs.
First and 10 after the big penalty. Long count. Handoff, first man through. Worm, boy, he just went right off between center and left guard, and he was through there in the blink. Stevens and Barnett doing the blocking.
Stopped by Dan Peterson and Sean Leary. Second down 6.
Safeguard Pest Control are the professionals to call for termite, pest, and weed control. Locally owned and operated, they serve both commercial and residential accounts. So S stands for safe and satisfying service at Safeguard Pest Control. With 7:27 remaining, first half, Argonaut 7-0. Okay, the wide open, Matley rolling out. A rush comes in the flat, intended for Clark, behind him, and he dropped it. Same play as before?
same play as before. The run into the weak side of the field. It'd be nice to see him run to the strong side so Matley wouldn't have to throw across his body. Because
Right.
you see Clark was open there. But, you know, it's really tough, especially in high school football, to have to throw back across your body.
And a rusher was coming, too, which compounded his woes. But Argonaut's gone to the air, what, 2-3 times here in the first half. Stevens over the ball. Second and, what is it, third and about 6? Yeah, third and about 6. Big play here. Keep the drive going for Argonaut. Amador needs to stop him. Madley, handoff to Clark. Huge hole off the right side, real close to the first down. He went behind Wyckoff, Lyman, and Boring over there, no doubt about that, and he had an avenue, so the secondary had to stop Clark on that one. I repeat, there's going to be a long time before Argonaut has an offensive line like they have this year. Simply outstanding. Big, fast, good. They'll have to remember this one. What is it, 4th and less than a yard? Well, Matley going to quarterback sneak, give it to Worm, give it to Clark. What are they going to do? Where are they going to go? Quick count to Worm, I believe, off right guard that time. He certainly has the first down, went behind Lyman and maybe Wyckoff. So with 6.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter, Argonaut leading 7-0. They're driving. They have another first down just near the 10-yard line, I believe it is. Just outside the 10. I think they could, maybe they could make a first down. Looks like they could. Stevens over the ball. I think Mullen is wide to the left. Power eye is right. Long count. Clark. Good blocking over there inside the 5, I believe, or to the 5, maybe.
Yeah, out in front there was Machado. Machado did an excellent job on Robert Randall. He's probably outweighed by 20 or 30 pounds or so, but Machado pushed him back off the ball 5 or 6 yards.
He gained to about the 5-yard line, and it's second, almost second and goal. They could make a first down, but it's so close. You might as well say second and goal right now from near the 5-yard line with 5:42 left in the first half. Up the middle, I can't see it. The telephone pole's in the way, but I'm sure you can see it at home. Who had it?
That's Machado. Machado up the middle there, gained for about 3 yards or so, so it looks like it'll bring up about a 3rd and 1 or 2.
3rd and 1 or 2, and from about 2 or 3 yards out. The game of the week, the big game, Argonaut needs a win for a chance at the playoffs, and Amador, having lost the last 3 outings to Argonaut, certainly want to win this one. And it's obviously very far from over. Uh-oh, fumble picked up by Machado, but his knee went down, but he did recover, so suddenly they have 4th down back at the 7. Maybe Tankersley will come in to kick maybe about a 24-yard field goal. We'll wait and find out. Here comes somebody.
Brings up 4th down.
And believe me, in a game like this, a field goal could be the margin of victory, perhaps.
Oh, in any big game, yeah, any points you can get on the board is very important.
All right, Matley kneeling at the 15, so it'll be a 25-yard field goal. Tankersley, a junior, south-footed kicker. Boy, certainly long enough. No good. No good. And what was it? Wide left, wide right, whatever.
Wide to the left there, though. So Amador got away with something there.
25-yarder, no good by Tankersley, and it's still Argonaut 7, Amador nothing. Reminiscent, perhaps, last week, Argonaut pushed Somerville all over, gained 275 yards on the ground, and still lost it. So you can use up a lot of time, a lot of clock, a lot of yardage, not score.
Right, that was a 70-yard drive there, but they came up with no points.
So Amador takes over. They've only had a couple of first downs, so they haven't done much. Brusatori in motion, handoff up the middle to Oliver, I believe, and he gained maybe 4.
Actually, we had a replacement in the backfield. That was number 35, Todd Eichmann.
Eat at Perco's Cafe in Amador Plaza and enjoy delicious all-American favorites for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Perco's promises to bring you the best in family dining where quality food and service takes top priority. You'll find senior discounts and Perky's junior menu just for kids. You see, at Perco's, they know who's important, and that is you. Handoff up the middle again. I'm not overly sure why they're running into the strength of Amador's defense, but maybe with only 3:38 left in the first half, they're just playing conservative. It's in their territory, and they don't want to do anything.
Looking up and down the sideline there, that's number 35, Todd Eichmann's shirt in there, and there's number 13 as in Oliver on the sideline. Not sure who's playing out there. Sure looks like it's Ryan Oliver out there, but his jersey's being worn by somebody on the sideline.
I can't imagine Eichmann hasn't been in running all season long.
Right, maybe his jersey was torn or something, and he's just replaced them.
Third and short 2 for Amador. Brusatori moving. Somebody on the right side. Newton back to pass. Long one. Lukens is down there. So the safety man comes over to knock him out, but that's what happens. Lukens got flashed by Alderson, and the safety had to come over to get him.
Right, a nice job there, saving tackle by number 32, Darren Tankersley.
So a passing team can get it back quickly.
Very fast in the game here.
And they can also have it intercepted and get it back quickly. So,
a lot of opportunities for
mistakes.
mistakes.
It works both ways. All right, Oliver is wearing 35. We thought that was Oliver. 1st and 10 now at about the 45 in Argonaut territory. Counter handoff this side, nowhere to go. I believe Argonaut's beginning to mass their attack up there to stop the running. Maybe say Amador will go ahead and throw it.
Right, that was just a pure defensive line surge. Nobody in particular there. That's the entire defensive line pushing them back in the backfield.
The Feed Barn family cares for your pets and livestock the same professional way they care for their own. They invite you to stop by and see their fully stocked store on Sutter Hill. So say hello to Elaine and Hal. That's at the Feed Barn. 2:25 left in the half. Argonauts 7-0. They threatened once again, but then misfired, and they missed the field goal. Newton back to pass, faking. Wide open. No. Knocked down. Monk was open by Fisher, and then the pass, was short? He had a chance to get it.
Here's the play-action play there. Pretty close to him there. A nice pass there, but just couldn't catch the ball.
Amador welcomes the new XL Sports Medicine Physical Therapy Clinic at 1003 Broadway in Jackson. Experienced therapist D.D. Slater can help you achieve the highest level of restoration possible. Physical therapy is paid for by most private insurance companies and workman's compensation with a prescription from a licensed physician. XL Sports Medicine in Jackson. Big play. Newton pitching. Floyd is around the corner. He probably has the first down as he is knocked out of bounds. So.
Yeah, he was following number 56 there out in front. Gabe Porto did an excellent job, sealed the side off, and let him get around there. It looks like he took out the referee at the end of the play.
That quick pitch to a weak side working extremely well. There are not that many defenders if you get around the corner. So Amador now moving the ball. Not much time left, but 2 minutes, enough time to move it. They've deeper in, as deep as they've ever been in Argonaut territory at about the 32. Over the ball center, Joe Sanchez. Wide receiver on this side now is Lukens. He normally lined up on the other side. Let's see who's Willie Mullen on him. Quick pitch. and fumbled the ball, and Wyckoff came up with it. It was a low pitch by the quarterback, and the back couldn't handle it. Wyckoff recovered.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there because Amador was really driving the ball well there, but a low pitch by Newton to Oliver just couldn't get it there. Damon Wyckoff, nice recovery.
2
minutes exactly, so Argonaut dodges a threat.
Bullshit bingo tonight. $5 a ticket, 25% payback. Buy your tickets at the Eastern.
Stevens over the ball for Argonaut as they come back. 1:52 and counting. For them, they've driven twice. First time they made it, third or fourth time they came close. Penalty flag. Steven, check it. Look at Clark's got the reception, strong side, finally knocked out of bounds, and that's the play you wanted a while ago. That
exactly.
Strong side
There they are
pitch
running
to
to the
Clark.
strong side. See how it was so much easier for Matley to throw the ball there straight across his body. Unfortunately, there's a penalty on the offense there, but that's the way. That was a nice game. That was a 20-yard catch there.
I think they've done that 3 times, and 2 of the times have been penalized, and that may be one of the reasons why Coach Johnson says, you know, so many things go wrong when you do this. It'd be easier just to knock them down and run over them, you know, if you can.
It's easier to pass when you hold.
So it was motion penalty, 5 yards. Someone was trying to accuse Argonaut of holding on the play, but 1st and 15, but said all year long, throw it to Machado and out in the flat, let them run with it.
Yeah, make them challenge the linebacker, and obviously they're much faster than linebackers, and you can see what happens.
1st and 15. Now look at this, folks. And now Clark's in motion. Now, I've never seen that out there. Goes Clark out in the flat again, throwing a pass, but they had a defender all over him. Oh, 2 penalties go down. One late. What happened?
I was waiting for the penalties there. It was cleanly, it was hit.
Hit before the ball got
Oh, yeah,
there?
no doubt about
Pass
that.
interference.
Number 24 out there, Paul Gonzalez, pass interference there. But something we haven't seen all year by Argonaut there. They shifted into a slot formation, sent Clark in motion across the center there, and then threw the standard flat pass.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
automatic first down on a pass.
I don't think so in high school football. I'm not sure if it's automatic or not. We're going to find out here. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and it will be an automatic
Yeah,
first
they're
down.
moving the chains. So 1:30. So a break for Argonaut. Still a chance for them to do something. A minute and a half remaining, but I think they'll have to put the ball in the air. They don't have time to drive down unless they can break somebody. Yeah, Clark and Machado are dangerous in open field, so get them the ball out there. Mullen, and he's man-on-man out here with Gabe Gottstein. Machado goes wide. Clark will be in motion. He goes again. Back to pass. Matley's looking this way. Throws. Oh, Clark was out there well behind the defender, but Matley in a panic perhaps misfired.
What they were setting up there is called the T-wheel. So they set him up the first 3 times. They ran him in the flat, forcing the cornerback to come up to make the play there. What he does is he makes the pump there. Clark turns up field there, and you can see he was wide open. Matley just couldn't get the ball there. So that's something that's offensively by the coordinator setting up throughout the game. Set up the flat, and then go deep.
2nd and 10 from the 45. 1:24. They're not using up much clock when they're throwing the ball. To Machado, trying to go off the what is considered weak side, but didn't really go anywhere.
No, on the tackle was number 83, Sean Leary. Number 74, Josh Augustin.
So even though Argonaut certainly has the clear edge statistically in this first half, 7 points is all they have on the scoreboard.
Right, as long as you can stay in the game in the first half, anything can happen in the second half. And throughout the year, Amador's given up a lot of points in the first half and played real strong defensively in the second half.
That's right, precisely. Less than a minute now, 53 seconds. Clark at tail. He gets the pitch. He's around the corner, and he has the first down or close to it, and they stop the clock, so I guess. So a great open field tackle by somebody over there.
Number 42, Robert Randall, defensive end, making the tackle.
Marvelous, because Clark was at almost full speed when Randall got him. Great open field tackle. The phone is not just a phone at Volcano Telephone. Get custom calling services like speed calling and call forwarding. Call forwarding means calls to one number can be forwarded to another, so customize your phone. Contact Volcano Telephone 296-7502. Matley back. He's looking downfield. Man's down there, so is the defender, but it is caught.
Number 32, Darren Tankersley, coming from the tight end position on the right side. So they play action, drag him across the entire field. First time we've seen that all year.
I don't recall Tankersley catching a pass, at least any game that we've done. There's no doubt about it. So that's extraordinary. He's a big target. He's, what, 6'2", 6'3", I think, the young man. Certainly taller than the defender anyway. So, but we've only got 23 seconds left, and Argonaut's going to call a timeout. Coach Ray Johnson coming in to talk things over. So Argonaut has the ability to open it up a little bit when they have to. And
yeah, done an excellent job there. Got to credit Todd Madley for doing a good job there. He really sat back there and lofted the ball underneath Tankersley coming across the field.
23 seconds before the end of the first half, and we'll return in a moment. 23 seconds left, first half. Argonaut has it first and 10, and let's see it. It's at the 19. Machado and Mullen are both wide to the right. Valley back to throw, throwing over in the far corner. A man's over there diving for it, incomplete near the goal line.
So that's just the same offense play we've seen 3 or 4 times tonight there. Instead of going to Clark out in the flat, he attempted to go long to Mullen.
Second down, 10.
18 seconds remaining, so they have time, and you know, go to the end zone every time, huh? And hope something positive happens.
Right, either the end zone or something to the outside so they can get out of bounds and get real close.
No sense trying anything short here. There's not much time. Go for the end zone. Quick pitch to Clark. He's got a great block by Machado. Look at Clark. Still on his feet, down inside the 5. It's another first down, and it stops the clock, and we've only got 11 seconds remaining.
Excellent job by Clark there. Got out there one-on-one against number 5, Lance Lukens. Put a juke move on him. Did an excellent job.
Hey, Machado, for 150 pounds or whatever, is a murderous blocker. I mean, he really clears the way.
Right, as a defensive player, you see him coming at you, and you're about 20 or 30 pounds bigger than him, and you think, no problem, he's not going to knock me around, and he's doing a great job out there.
Timeout, I guess, by Amador with 11 seconds remaining, and probably defensive coordinator Bill Baker out there to talk things over. You want us to keep going or what?
I guess so.
When in doubt, punt. Big game quiz. Question number 3. Who won the very first game in 1923?
Well, I think it's a 50-50 here.
Jackson, 26-0. We won't leave you in suspense with only 11 seconds. Out of the huddle they come. Now remember, a running play is going to use up all this time, so virtually all of it, so they've got to get it in there. A pitch to Clark. Good runners ahead of him. He may be in the end zone. There's murderous blocking out in front of him. How they stop that play, sometimes you wonder. Wyckoff's out there. Who else is out there on that pitch?
Oh, that was number 34, Guy Boring, also, along with the running backs, Jamin Worm. So they're doing an excellent job blocking for him.
From near the 5, so with only 11 seconds, hey, we're going to go right off the right side and score, and they did.
I don't think they had any timeouts left there, did they? I think they used one up earlier in the game on the far side of the field, though. So if they wouldn't have got there, time would have ran out.
Madley will hold, and Tankersley will try the PAT. He missed a 25-yard field goal a while ago, but he's made the conversion. No good. So he's wide to the right, I think, that time. So Tankersley having a little bit of problem, but Argonaut now 13-0, dominant statistically, and they're adding a little bit more on the scoreboard here, but 13 points is not enough to call it a game, obviously. Time for one kickoff, and they get a good play, they might run it back. We'll be back. All right, Coach Martinovich, with only 8 seconds left, do you kick it deep or just kick it along the ground?
I think what they're going to do here is kick a little script kick. So they'll try to get by the front line there and force one of the upper line guys to take the ball there just to kill the clock. And that they do.
There they do, and the clock is going. Augustin, oh, a lineman's dream, right? Let me get that ball. I'll run it back. 3 seconds remaining in the first half. Argonaut 13-0. One more question before the half. Who compiled the longest winning skein, and how long was it in this big game history? Well, you'll never guess that, so the answer was Amador, 8 straight, 1974 to 1981, and I remember every one of those games. Jackson, 7 in a row, 1952 to 1958. I wasn't around then, but they had powerhouses in those days. George Perovich, big Wade Selman, stalwarts like that were playing on those great Jackson teams. Huh?
George Perovich, I played with him 30 years ago.
Right, longer than that.
30, yeah, 30.
Yeah, 3 seconds left. Amador, 1 play in the half. They trail 13-0. Newton, Lukens is wide. Brusatori in motion, back to pass. The rush is coming from the weak side. Clark chasing him. Might be a completed pass. He might have rolled out of bounds, but apparently that's the end of the first half here at Sutter Creek. And the halftime score, Argonaut Mustangs 13, Amador's Thundering Herd nothing. It's halftime.
Hope you've enjoyed the first half of the Game of the Week. Frank, local high school football is a real family activity. There's families out there enjoying the game, and all those kids are out there having a good time. What does this mean, this Prospect Motors family VIP delivery?
Well, this is something that we do, you know, when you join the Prospect Motors family, we want to make sure that every part of the delivery process and then on afterwards that you're very satisfied with, and everything starts right here. At the time of the delivery, we introduce you to all our managers, we go through the vehicle, and make sure you understand everything about Prospect Motors and what we represent, so that when you do come in, if you have a service problem or whatever, you know who to see, you know a face, and there's something you can tie together, makes everybody feel a little more comfortable, and hopefully it makes the buying experience here at Prospect Motors a little more satisfying.
Okay, so when you buy a car or truck here, you become part of the Prospect Motors family.
That's right, all in the family.
Great, all in the family. Okay, good to see you, Frank.
Thanks,
and
Sue.
on with the rest of the game.
One Stop Market, where quality's always in style. One Stop Market, they'll serve you with a smile. Produce that's as fresh as the nearest farm to you. The finest meats available and fresh fish too. One Stop Market.
One-stop supermarkets have the best delis in Amador County. Their high rollers make my mouth water. Pasta salads, carrot salads, potato salads, all kinds of salads made fresh daily. And don't miss their selection of fresh sandwiches, roast beef, salami, ham, cheese, turkey, plus much more with all the trimmings. One-stop supermarkets delis, the place to go for lunch on the run.
One Stop Market.
The best delis are at one-stop supermarkets. Ione, Sutter Hill, and Pine Grove.
For the newest look in fashion jewelry, get a pair of unique ear pins available at Goldmine Jewelers. Whether it's clipped on or worn as a pierced earring, the ear pin curves to the contour of the ear, creating a look of sleek sophistication and offering an elegant twist to fine jewelry. Come see Goldmine Jewelers' stunning collection of ear pins in a variety of designs, set with diamonds and other precious stones, starting at only $75 a pair. Ear pins only at Goldmine Jewelers, downtown Jackson.
Jake says don't bark up the wrong tree. You should be shopping at the feed barn like me. The feed barn is a fully stocked pet and feed center with everything you could possibly need, from cute pets to purchase through fodders to feed. That's why Jake says move your business to the feed barn. You know he just wouldn't shop anyplace else. Would you, Jake?
With Husqvarna, when the dust settles, it won't be in your saw. To show how effective Husqvarna's air injection saws work, we devised this sawdust test. The Husqvarna air filter is spotless, and the competition is left in the dust. The less you know about chainsaws, the more you need Husqvarna. The more you know about chainsaws, the more you want Husqvarna.
Husqvarna products are available at Guy Saw Center, located right across the street from the Bank of Stockton.
This third quarter game of the week sponsored by Guy Saw Center in Pine Grove as the captains meet again. But we know, don't we, that Amador is going to be receiving the second half kickoff. How important is it for Amador to say take this and march, score, get back in it?
I think it's crucial. Opening drive here, they're going to get the ball back. If they're going to get back in this game, I think they need to score some points.
They're only 13 down, but they haven't, well, statistically, how have they done?
Statistically, Amador with no points on the board yet, but rushing for 62 yards, passing for 54, 3 for 5. For Newton, for a total of 116 yards, 3 first downs. For Argonaut, score of 13 points, rushing for 146 yards, passing for 26, a 1 for 4 passing for Matt Lee for a total of 172 yards. Offense, Clark 94 yards rushing in the first half, total of 10 first downs. So on statistics, Argonaut's definitely winning on the field. 13 points is not a lot of points. I think that last touchdown really took the wind out of Amador's sails. But if they get here and can score in this opening drive, they're right back in the ball game.
All right, what could Amador do that they hadn't shown in the first half? They went deep. The running attack really wasn't that effective.
Right, I think what they need to do is get to their short passing game, start to spread out the defense a little bit. I thought I would have seen a little bit of more, a little razzle-dazzle. Amador has nothing to lose here. They're 1-3 coming in here. It's just playing for pride, a little crosstown rivalry. I'd expect them to throw maybe some flea flickers and some real off-the-wall stuff in there just for fun to try to catch Argonaut off guard here.
Maybe they will in this second half. 13 points, far from being insurmountable, even as tough as Argonaut is defensively. So we repeat, the experts, and we're not among them, are disputing whether a win here for Argonaut will put them into the playoffs or not. But we're assuming that there is a possibility that a win here will put them into the playoffs. So that's what we're going on. And by the time all the leagues finish, we'll find out whether Mother Lode gets 3 teams or only 2. If they get 3 and Argonaut wins, Argonaut will be in it. Pardon me? Yeah, supposedly they trade off, and Mother Lode League was going to get 3, but then someone else told me it's the best records, and someone else someplace else has got the better record, they'll go. So, frankly, I'm not sure. And I think you probably detected that we aren't exactly sure. Tankersley will do the kicking off, and deep down here are whom?
That's Aaron Brusatori and number 23, Mike Ross.
Taking it to 17. Oh, marvelously well defended by Chris Finch. Probably the first time we mentioned Chris's name tonight, 150-pound junior, but he stayed home, did he not?
Did an excellent job there, really shortening down their field position. They have to start back there about the 21-yard line.
Third quarter brought to you by Guy Saw Center in Pine Grove. So don't burn it, chip or shred brush with a shredder or chipper from Guy Saw Center in Pine Grove, then compost it It's environmentally okay. Shredders and chippers are in at Guy Saw Center. That's outdoor equipment headquarters, crossing the back of Stockton and Pine Grove. They don't want to open it up too wide where they are right now, near the 20. In motion, Brusatori. Faking, but blindside, that's a fumble, and it's... So Clark, defensively, outstanding that way, too, came in. Newton didn't see him, did he, Jay?
No, he didn't. That's a dream for any defensive end coming from the backside and a blindside. Blindsided Newton there. Fortunately, Floyd was there to pick up the ball.
All right, on a play like that, does Clark see it and go, or is he going to go regardless of what happens on that?
He's going regardless there, and what that's supposed to happen there is there's 5 guys rushing there. One of the offensive linemen is not blocking anybody. He's supposed to peel back and pick up that guy, so there was a miscommunication on the offensive line.
All right. So Amador dodged a bullet then, but it's back at about the 10. And they're shooting everybody. Boy, talk about red dogging, and Clark is right in it again along with Wyckoff, and who'd they get that time?
Well, that was number 40, Jason Fisher, also come in there stunting. They were stunting both linebackers there.
Wyckoff and others realizing this, they're seniors, and this may be it for them if they don't get into the playoffs. They're selling out. They're going for
right.
it.
Could be the last time they ever put on football pads, but you would think Damon Wyckoff and others would to continue on to college.
Boy, let's hope so, yeah. Third quarter just underway. Argonaut leading at half 13-0. Pushing Amador back here. We were saying Amador's got to take the ball in March to get back into this contest. The movement is in the wrong direction. Right up the middle, which is a very safe thing to do in that position for a very short yardage. Argonaut has shut him down. Aaron Hayden's going to have to boot it from the end zone, and he's gotten off a couple of towering punts in this first half. You ask about Geo Metro, well, that's that sporty little car from Prospect Motors. So if you're commuting your way into bankruptcy, know that Geo Metro is the highest mileage car sold in America. There's the punt, high snap, the rush is coming, he gets it off. Good punt under the circumstances, caught by Machado. Look at him, look at him. 150-pound dynamo. I don't know where he gets the power. Spaghetti. I think it's spaghetti.
Yeah. A lot of pasta there in this carbohydrates.
I knew the question before, or answer before I asked the question. All right. Who had the biggest margin of victory in the big game series, which began in 1923? We'll have that answer for you in a little while. Jay was not around, so he wouldn't have the slightest idea. Look at the return. Argonaut has tremendous field position. First and 10, what's that, about the 25? Pitch, weak side. Ooh, loose ball. Amador, who picked it up? Yeah, Amador got it. Bad pitch over there.
Yeah, number 74, Josh Augustin on the recovery there. It almost looked like, we couldn't tell from our angle, it was that quick pitch to the outside there, but it almost looked like his knees were down. We couldn't see from this angle. The referee didn't make a call immediately. But a big break for Amador.
The pitch usually goes backwards. That looked like the pitch was almost like a forward pass pitch. Went forward. Regardless, Amador got the ball. Big break for them and say, this is our chance to get back in it here. From the 29 or thereabouts. See what they do this time. Matt Newton's gone all the way to quarterback. Whistles blow. Somebody's encroaching. Amador's applauding. So Argonaut has shot itself in the foot twice here. Sink your taste into one of Frank A's delicious pizzas or hamburgers. Frank A's uses nothing but the freshest vegetables and cheeses to top off their great pizza. So eat a pizza today from Frank A's Pizza. That's in Plymouth and in Pine Grove. And that may be one of Argonaut's problems a little bit, is mental miscues like that, because they've got the people and the bodies. And I repeat, I've been around here a while. That's really one of the finest offensive lines that that school's ever had, and virtually all going to be going next year.
Right, they're very big and very talented.
And yet, Argonaut's barely got a winning record, which is kind of hard to figure out. 2-2 right now in league. They need a win. Possibility to go in the playoffs. Should they win, it'd be the fourth straight over Amador. I don't think they're thinking about that at all. delay handoff. You know, I don't know what Argonaut's doing, but they're totally shutting down Amador's running attack. What are they doing?
Well, basically, throughout the week and throughout the year, they've kept an eye on, they watch Amador's offense there, and that's been one of their premier plays, has been that counter to Floyd there. Yeah. And once again, there it was. Great pressure by the defensive line there.
Normally, they totally collapse that side, but Clark and others are not being collapsed.
No, I'm not sure. I think you may have the stat, but their defensive line is probably outweighing that offensive line by about 20 pounds across.
Yeah. Third and long, maybe 7:15 remaining third quarter. Argonaut leading 13-0. Amador having problems getting things going offensively. Might have to go to the air. Here comes the rush. Newton had time, throws one man down there. Promisco, I think Tankersley intercepted it just before he went out of bounds. Great effort by Darren Tankersley. He's very athletic. I remember he played JV basketball last year, so he's a tall, lanky, athletic kid. He showed it on that play.
Right there. He looked like a wide receiver. He did the old tippy toe before he went out of bounds.
So he's a junior coming back, but they're losing a lot of seniors. So they exchange turnovers, do these two teams. Argonaut out of the huddle. Stevens over the ball with 7 minutes exactly left. The clock is stopped in the third quarter. Todd Matley, the senior quarterback, looking things over. Handoff, first man through, Jamin Worm, undoubtedly, unless he's wearing Todd Eichmann's numeral, is he?
Well, that's a standard dive. Jamin Worm there. Cavilla making the tackle.
These guys ran 275 yards against Somerville and lost. I'd have a hard time imagining that. If you can use the ball that long and run that far and lose.
Well, in the first half, they had a 70-yard drive, which came up with no points.
Second and about 5. Pitch weak side. Clark, he got no marvelous defense. Is that Leary again?
No, that's Chisholm, number 62. Chisholm making an excellent play there, shooting the gap.
So the weak side pitch went awry that time. Chisholm stayed home. Made a marvelous defensive play. Okay, flat pass to Clark in the wide side of the field.
Right, either look, I'd think about going backside to Tankersley. You saw that, for their one completion in the first half there.
See what they do. 6:03 left in this quarter. Argonaut leading 13-0. Third and a short 12 play. Fake. He's down there. Boring's down there. Matley's running the ball himself. He's going to be short of a first down. Boring was beyond. Late penalty. 2 of them over there in front of the Argonaut bench.
Fortunately, they're going to get hit there for a hit out of bounds, but I'm not so sure. He just barely touched him before he went out of bounds, and he fell over the bench there. So I think Amador's going to hit with a big penalty.
I don't think anyone can see that, even the viewers at home. You had the glasses on it.
But you said Guy Boring was wide open there. Matley just took off running a little bit under pressure there, though. But Guy Boring was out in the flats.
And I don't recall Boring catching a pass maybe since the first game of the season. So he was probably hoping. 5:45 left, third quarter. The foul, we assume, against, yes, more than assumption. Look at the official trot the ball down. So Matley was running for it, and it hit out of bounds, you say?
Yeah, what he was pushed out of bounds, and somebody made a little extra contact, forcing him to crash into the bench.
So these breaks are kind of, reciprocating breaks here in this quarter. First one, then the other, turnovers, what have you. First and 10 from the 35. That massed formation, both ends in tight. And look, I guess Clark off the right side, great power, but then he was stopped pretty quickly. Say, if you witnessed a crime, will remain anonymous, but provide information about it. Phone 223-4900. If your information leads to an arrest and arraignment, you'll receive a reward. That's Amador Secret Witness Program. It needs your help to stop crime. Call 223-4900. Second and 8 play. Wide receivers Tankersley. Pitch this way. The blocking, see, they're beginning to anticipate that too. Chisholm came in, totally broke it up, and then what? Peterson then came into...
Cavilla came from linebacker position, so they're expecting that now. Now they're starting to stunt, such we saw Argonaut doing, sending a lot of linebackers. Now Amador's doing the same thing, really putting a lot of pressure on
So
them.
Argonaut's got to come up with a different play to counter that. Now they're So great defensive work by Amador. They realize that one more score here may put them out of contention, so they really can't allow another one with 4:40 remaining. Passing down, obviously, 3rd and 13. Madley rolling out. He got a block from Clark, rolls out, and he's going to run it. He's got good speed, Madley, but he's short of the first down. Oh, penalty flag late, completely away from the ball. Over here with Lyman and Wyckoff and number 75, Corey Fontaine. On whom that might be, I don't know. Madley short of the first down, and credit Amador's secondary because he was wide open, but no one was open to throw it to, I guess. What is going to happen with 4:06 left while we wait? At mailboxes, etc., you can help support your local schools. Make a UPS shipment or purchase $10 worth of merchandise, and mailboxes, etc., will donate 50 cents to the school of your choice. Mailboxes, etc., is located next to Long's in the Jackson Creek Plaza. So something occurred up here with Fontaine and the two
right, we
Mustangs.
had a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against Damon Wyckoff there, completely away from the play, uncalled for, you know, little extracurricular activity out there.
Whatever, big penalty. It's 3rd and a bunch now for Argonaut, 4:06. I think well, I don't know. I'd go for the end zone. I mean, what the heck? You know, go vertical. Go downfield, 20, 25 yards, somebody.
And actually, that was a dead ball, so it was after the play, so it's going to be 4th down.
Oh, 4th. All right, I take all that back. Clark is going to punt. So the what sometimes appears to be the overwhelming offense of Argonaut just gets shut down. Here they come. Almost got it. Clark got it off. Oh. And Clark goes down. The penalty flag is there. Josh Augustin said, hey, I didn't do anything. Was Clark acting a lot that time?
I actually followed the ball, so when he kicked the ball, he was still standing there.
Yeah.
But I took the glasses off, and some of the fans in front of us are giving a little boo here. So I think he may have earned himself an Academy Award there.
Well, Holly, play it again, and the people can judge for themselves. But, I mean, he has a right to this thing, and you kick it and follow through, and someone collides with it, they're in trouble. So I guess maybe that's what they did. So just when it looks like... Look at it.
It's going back and forth here, I think.
George, are you keeping track of all these penalties, turnovers, all these things in this 3rd quarter? 1st and 10. Stevens out over the ball again. Let's see what happens now from the 30. Handoff, first man through, I believe. Worm still struggling. I don't believe the ball was loose. No, he was still, or was it Worm or was it Machado?
Actually, that was number 40 carrying the ball, Jason Fisher. That's the first time we've seen him back there tonight.
Nice. Defensively, Justin Benyon in for Peterson, I believe it is. Yeah, Dan coming out. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6, 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Argonaut 13-0 in the annual big game. Counter handoff, look, Machado. Boy, he broke through there. Marvelous tackle by somebody. Otherwise, Machado might have made the end zone.
Yeah, that was number 62, Matt Chisholm, making a touchdown-saving tackle there. Nice offensive blocking by the front line there, but a nice tackle by Chisholm.
Well, I talked to his grandfather recently, saw his father today, and here's Matt playing football. That's kind of interesting. Small town America, 2:27 left in the quarter. Argonaut starting to drive again, 3rd very short. Loose ball. Clark, I think it rolled right into Clark's outstretched arms as he was lying on the ground. That's one of those fumble forward plays, I believe.
It's going to be real close to a 1st down that they're going to have to measure.
Say, armchair jocks. That's right, you find great jackets, T-shirts, accessories, and more from the NFL, NHL, NBA, and all Major League Baseball teams at the Sports Locker, Jackson Creek Plaza. You'll also find their athletic shoes and team sports shoes from Nike, Reebok, and LA Gear. That's the Sports Locker in Jackson Creek Plaza. 1st down, Mustangs. 2:07 remaining, 3rd quarter. Argonaut on top, 13-0. They're driving again in sort of a
First down, touchdown.
Trying to think of the expression, an old engine, you know, it only hits on 2 cylinders, and then it hits on 4, and then it hits on 2.
It's like 5 yards forward, 3 yards back.
Counter handoff, Machado again. Look at the gaping holes. He breaks into the secondary, and he's wrestled down by Benyon, I believe, at around the 6 or 7. So they're jamming up Clark a little bit.
Right.
So now they're countering with...
Pulling guard here, there was Jaron Lyman, number 55, did an excellent job. His job is to kick out either the tackle or defensive end based on the defensive formation there, and just did an excellent job.
So first and goal at about the 7, I would judge. Maybe closer than that. First and goal with 1.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Matley calling the signals, looking over the defense. Quick shot. It's Worm right at the goal line.
Down to the 1-yard line.
And I saw a big number 51 right in front of him. That's Steve Barnett, 250-pound senior.
Yeah, what they did there is they caught Amador off guard there. They went on what's called as a first sound. So the quarterback walks up. As soon as any sound's made, he snaps the ball. Defense wasn't really prepared.
They weren't, yes. Quick bolt. So real close to that goal line. We can see it clearly now. First man, and I don't think he got in there. And is the ball... First man, I'm pretty sure, was Worm, and they were waiting for him. I don't think he got in.
No, excellent defensive stand there by the defensive line.
Damon Worm with the carry.
Seconds remaining in the third period. Buy a chipper or shredder from Guy's Saw Center in Pine Grove. Chip or shred the stuff and compost the result. That's environmentally right and safer and cleaner than burning. Great mulch for garden and yard, too. Chippers and shredders are in. Guy's Saw Center across from the Bank of Stockton in Pine Grove. Well, what do you do here? I guess you keep going straight ahead. Fake, handoff in. Touchdown Clark. 19 for Argonaut. Nothing for Amador. 18 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Remaining by Clark off the right side touchdown Mustang.
While we wait for Tankersley's PAT try, who's had the biggest margin of victory in the big game series, which began back in 1923? The answer coming up. Trying for 2-point conversion. Looking for Clark into the end zone for 2-point conversion. Tankersley. No, Machado. 22, not 32.
No, you're correct. It was number 32, Darren Tankersley.
Oh, all right. I thought I saw it right, and then I heard Rick Carter, the PA announcer, say the other one, so I said, Rick's got to be right. He's younger and he can see better.
A nice play-action play there, though. First time they sent Clark in the flat, Tankersley dragged behind him, which he caught his other long yard pass on there for the 2 extra points.
So they made up that missed PATs is now 21-0. Mention Rick Carter, you know, basketball coming up in recent time, and old Rick will be back Mike's side on TSPN. Jay's going to go on to greener pastures and probably build homes and do something constructive for a change, huh? Not to pun. That really wasn't intentional, but it just happened. I fabricate those all the time. It's amazing. Well, they needed a win in this one for a chance at the playoffs, and 21-0. Amador has not seriously threatened yet, have they?
No, at no point. Early in the first half, they got down to about the 30-yard line, and then they fumbled the ball there. But that's about the closest they've got. And if I'm correct also, the way this playoff also works, it has a lot to do with points also. So I don't think you're going to see Argonaut letting up, regardless. If even it's a blowout, I think Argonaut will continue to try to score and score. Because if it comes down to one of the deciding factors, it could be total points on the season.
Real short kick, no return, but Amador will have great field position, about 35. Long third quarter here. We still have that 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. All right, who had the biggest margin of victory? Certainly 21-0 was not it. The answer, Jackson, 62-0 in 1954, and Sutter Creek, 53-0 in 1931. 10 seconds left, 9. Alderson's man-on-man on Lukens, 5 seconds, 4, faking Floyd. Poor Floyd has really not had a chance, dropped for a loss. by Barnett to end the third quarter with the score Argonaut 21, Amador nothing. We shall return.
Sears on Sutter Hill is your locally owned and operated catalog, home entertainment, and appliance store. The Barnett family are dedicated to bringing you friendly service and quality products backed by Sears' Satisfaction Guaranteed commitment. Sears is Amador County's premier home entertainment and appliance center, offering Sears, Kenmore line, and other major name brand products. Sears Catalog Store on Ridge Road, just east of Highway 49. Shop Sears, where satisfaction is guaranteed or your money back. We think you'll agree it's the place to shop for your money's worth and a whole lot more.
Frederick Pump and Well Drilling was formed in 1977 on a foundation of giving the consumer quality products and service at the most competitive pricing possible without dropping the quality of the finished product. They've been very successful in this by keeping abreast of new marketing techniques and advancements in the industry. Call the professionals at Frederick Pump and Well Drilling at 1-800-491-WELL or 223-3731.
Our star is a bright one, acting as a beacon to guide you to the finest grouping of local businesses in the Motherlode. As you can see, the friendly folks at the plaza aren't shy about their quality of products and services, and the customers, they don't seem shy about their approval. Why not come and relax under the glow of our star, a symbol of arresting proportions that's sure to catch your eye. That's the Amador Plaza in Natal.
Welcome, sports fans. We're back at the Sports Locker, and as you can see, we've got, we're showing you the baseball caps. We are panning the store. You can see there's several different jackets for football, basketball, hockey, college, all the different types of shoes. We've talked about football, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, and as Tom pans past here, you can see there's several different dress shoes that are here at the Sports Locker. And however, if you can't find the shoe you want here at the Sports Locker, go to Swinson's Shoes right next to the post office here in Jackson, and they'll fit you up with whatever you need.
Amador County Environmental Services ACES proudly announces the construction and operation of a resource and recovery transfer station at their Berry Street Pine Grove yard. This new facility allows Amador County's upcountry residents the fastest and most efficient method of handling their disposable wastes in a clean and safe environment. The transfer station is also instrumental in fulfilling Amador County's long-term state-mandated recycling obligations by providing a plant designed to also be used for recycling, sorting, and handling. ACES can dispose of all your approved waste and purchase your recyclable materials at their Berry Street Pine Grove location. ACES also operates California's certified recyclable buyback centers at Safeway in Jackson and One Stop Market in Ione. Transfer station and certified buyback location hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until noon, and 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. For more information, contact our Pine Grove office at 296 ACES. Remember, ACES, Amador County's leading waste management and recycling specialist.
For outstanding family dining, eat at Boatworks on Main Street in Sutter Creek. Piping hot pizza topped with oodles of fresh meats, cheeses, mushrooms, bell peppers, and so much more. For great family dining, eat at community-involved, locally owned and operated Boatworks for pizza, hamburgers, fresh soups, and pies. It's Boatworks on Main Street in Sutter Creek.
This fourth quarter game of the week sponsored by ACES, Amador County Environmental Services. That third quarter ended. Matt Floyd dropped, I think, for a short loss. Matt Floyd, outstanding runner, been very successful. Boy, not tonight. What's Argonaut doing to stop Matt?
Well, I just think the defensive line is just manhandling the offensive line. They're doing a pretty good job of kicking Clark out, but the other offensive
Newton
line...
hit from the blind side just as he got it off. Pass intercepted by Worm, and he's knocked out of bounds by Lucan. And who's hurt? Is it Clark?
That's Clark hurt down there.
Oh, I tell you, he may... I hope it's only a cramp. He really collapsed Newton just as he got that pass off. And the pass was intercepted by Worm. Boy, if they lost Clark, should they have a chance for the playoffs, that would be a terrible loss.
Yeah, it's just a calf cramp as you see him there. What they do is they try to shift the leg forward because his back of his calf is hurting, but he should be back.
Boy. All right, 11:52 remaining in the game. Argonaut 21-0. We shall return. Back to action. You can see they're helping Clark off the field. He's limping along. I hope it's only what we described. First time I remember Clark being injured in several years of football playing.
Right. It's unfortunately, hopefully it is just a calf muscle that's hitting him.
So the interception by Worm. Newton was collapsed by Clark. Clark went down with an injury, and who goes in? Worm's in tailback now, and I think Fisher's the fullback. So that's the change. Fake to Machado. Pass wide open down there is Mullen. He's got it. Lukens comes over from safety to make the catch. A beautifully. Hey, they can do it when they try it. See, they're leading 21-0. I guess we can do it now.
Yeah, but even through the season, they really didn't throw the ball that much. They always constantly ran.
Yeah.
And here they are. They're still forcing the ball down the field.
Beautifully executed. I mean, Madley, picture postcard form. And Mullen had a step or two. I don't know whether Lukens was guarding him all the way, but he was certainly open. Lukens had to come over to make the stop. Handoff, first man through Fisher, not nearly as big as Worm, who's now tailback, but pound for pound, plenty of muscle there. Moves ahead for short yardage. Third quarter stats were, Jay Martinovich.
For Amador, they had -8 yards rushing, so they have a total of 54 yards in the game. A little sloppy there in the third quarter. Argonaut had his only rush for 33 yards, total of 179 yards. Score is 21-0.
-8 total offense for Amador in the third quarter.
Correct.
Ooh. 2nd and 9 play with Clark out of there and the change. Fake. Madley rolling out, keeping the ball. Cut in. He may be in the end. He's touchdown for Madley from 9 yards out or thereabouts.
Key block by number 34, Guy Boring there from his tight end position. Went out there, made a block, knocked the guy down, allowed Madley to score.
He's been watching Steve Young movies too much here, Madley. I mean, every chance he gets, he's running with it. Coach says, don't pass too often, so all right, I'm going to run with it. 10:47 remaining. 27-0 now, Argonaut. And Tankersley in. Last time they made a 2-point to PAT. This time they'll go back to the 1. High snap, down, kicked. Tankersley's got a strong leg. A couple of them are bad. That one's no doubt about that one. So it remains 28-0. Say Amador County Environmental Services, that's ACES, now offers complete curbside recycling. So why hassle your own recyclables? ACES will collect, sort, and recycle for you. ACES can process any amount in their new modern plant in Pine Grove. But if you still want to do it yourself, keep listening, but call ACES for details, 296-2237. We'll return to action with the next kickoff. Ready for the kick after the touchdown by Argonaut. So without Mike Clark, they're the ace running back, they still go in. Todd Madley. Maybe they'll shift Todd to tailback. Tankersley boots. They're not kicking too deep against these guys. Augustin getting his second return of the game. Oh, what a smash! And I think the smash sure got the worst of it because he's down. Oh, my golly,
that
what
was
a
number
collision.
59, Mike Finch, complete head-on collision there, and he's not moving.
What a collision.
Slow down by number 59, Mike Finch. Tackle made by...
Overall sponsor of this game of the week, Prospect Motors of Jackson, where it's 92 clearance time. When great deals are made, Prospect will make them. At Prospect Motors in Jackson, mighty fine deals all the time. With the score, Argonaut 28, Amador nothing. We'll pause for a moment. Play resumes after that collision. And Finch walks off unaided, but he may be a little woozy. So 1st and 10. Amador trailing by 4. No reason why they can't open it up considerably. and they probably will next play, but that one went right in the middle.
Yeah, I really thought I'd see Amador, you know, being 1-3 and not having any playoff chances here, that they come out here and just throw the ball and, you know, have a little fun out here. They're just sticking with their standard offense.
They haven't, yeah, I was going to say, they've had not too many chances. The rush is in there. Newton's had, you know, he's gotten the passes off. The last one was intercepted, but big rush coming, so it's a little tough. The front line is obviously Argonaut's strength, and they're pretty well shutting things down.
Brian Oliver with the carry.
Oliver wearing Eichmann's number 35, usually number 13.
Assisted by number 34, Guy Boring.
So 28-0 with 9:29 remaining. Argonaut, if Amador keeps running it, they're certainly going to win it. So Argonaut preserving its chance to go into the playoffs. Thus far, they could come back for points. Bruce Torrey moving. There's a reverse to Lukens. Mullen catches up with Lukens, grabs him by the jersey, throws him out of bounds.
To the 45-yard line. William Mullen throws him out of bounds.
Gets up to maybe the 44. Say, do you need a well-drilled? Well, rely on the experts, Hunt Drilling. They know pumps and pressure systems, specialize in septic systems, excavating of building pads, roads, brushing, and trenching. Owner-operators Tom and Debbie Hunt give free estimates and package discounts, so call Hunt Drilling, 223-2811. So, didn't make too much that series. Oh, they're trying for it. Short snap. Windsor. He's got the first down. Oh, but he lost the ball, but his knee may have been down. Anyway, Amador still has it. So a little gamble on fourth down punt formation. Windsor, short snap to him.
Hey, you would have thought
maybe
plainly there, I didn't say anything, but you knew it had to be going for that on that play. You know, they're 28-0, they're down. Only 4 yards for a first down. You thought Argonaut would have been more prepared for that defensively.
They sure had me fooled.
Pick up a 12 on that carry by Brian Windsor.
Just beyond midfield in Argonaut territory, call it to 49. Is Windsor in? Where was Windsor? Is he in there?
He was the up back on the punt formation.
All right. Newton's still in there. He's rolling out. Clark's back in there. Long pass, intercepted by Tankersley, and he is tackled by Monk. I looked up and saw a big number 13. He's had a bead on Matt Newton all night, and he had another one. So they try, see, this is Ray Johnson's philosophy. That's what happens when you throw the ball.
So why throw the ball?
Oh. So the second interception for Argonaut, and Clark, let's see if he's back in the lineup. Looks like he is back at tailback, and Worm goes back to fullback, so everything's back to normalcy for the Mustang offense from the 24. Counter handoff to Machado. Look at him bolt through that opening along the left side, made there by, well, the usuals, Barnett, Kennedy, Stevens. Gain of 5 or 6. Machado's going to be back next year. He's only a junior. Clark, of course, is going to be gone. Boy, and most of that front line is going to be gone, so they're going to have a tremendous rebuilding year next year. Gain of 6, second short 4 for Argonaut. They're leading 28-0, fourth quarter, 7:38 remaining. Guards pull, huge hole for Clark off right side. He stepped out of one tackler's grasp somehow up there and moved ahead for the first down.
Right, guard out in front there with Steve Barnett, number 51, doing an excellent job. Is pulled out there and kicked out the tackle.
In what year did Jackson and Sutter Creek play 3 games? 3 games in one season. Well, they did it, and we'll tell you what year in a moment.
7:20 remaining in the 1992 big game.
Now the 1st and 10, Argonaut going to ground it out. Now it's appropriate to run it and use up the clock. You've got the game won, 28-0. So use up the clock. Everybody moved on that one.
Linebackers act like they're stunned. They got Guy Bourne, number 34, to jump.
Say, get your shirts, laundry, and dry cleaning professionally done at Jackson Cleaners. They specialize in drapery and leather cleaning and alterations. The Travascus family features old-fashioned hands-on service and exceptional quality control, so and pickup and delivery may be provided. Jackson Cleaners, long a fixture on Main Street in Jackson. 7:07 left in the game. Argonaut 28-0. Nobody has shut down Amador quite this much, have they? Even they scored a couple against Calaveras, at least in the league season. No, wait. Somerville beat him 40 badly. Weak side carry by Machado brings him back up near the original line.
He just didn't want to go down there. He just good second effort. Just kept on driving his legs.
Eat at Perkle's Cafe in Amador Plaza and enjoy delicious all-American favorites for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Perkle's promises to bring you the best in family dining where quality food and service take top priority. You'll find senior discounts and Perky's Junior menu just for kids. So you see at Perkle's, they know who's important, and that's you. 2nd and 11 play. And what are they going to do here? Pitch, Clark. And there he goes. One man to get him, and Lukens makes a perhaps touchdown-saving tackle. He's got an acceleration gear, Clark does. There were a couple of guys up here thought that they were going to get him, and whoops.
Right, for such a big back, usually you don't see that. You know, he really sets up his running real well with his blockers. He allows his blockers to get out in front. Daniel Lane, the tight end there, did a kick out on his guy, cut up field for nice yardage.
Great tackle by Lukens, and Lance is really not that big or not that fast, but boy, he uses, you know, every ability he has. He's quite a ball player. Just a junior, he'll be back too. 1st and 10. Clark had close to 100 yards the first half. Mullen is open down there. Perfect pass. Mullen catches it. The safety has to come over and drag him out of bounds. I think it was Mike Ross. Play action fake again.
Play action, that's perfect. That's exactly what you do when you're in the position. When you're up by some points and you're marching down the field, running the ball, you're always getting, you know the defense is sucking up, thinking run, run, run. Play action, perfect play.
How many passes has Argonaut thrown in this game? We ought to check that.
It's probably the most passes they've thrown all season.
For quite a while. and Matley looks sharp, you know. I mean, his receivers are wide open. 1st and 10 from 17 or thereabouts to Clark. He cuts in, and he's inside the 10 down to about the 7. Sometimes you wonder how anybody ever stopped Argonaut, but, you know, but teams have, that's for sure. Golden Sierra did, Ripon did, obviously Somerville, Calaveras did. 6 passes they've thrown and completed most of them. A couple of them were called back, but Matley's only missed 1 or 2 passes.
Yeah, he's really had a nice release on the ball and hitting his receivers well.
2nd down, very short, down about the 8. 2nd and short 2. Hand off to Worm. He may go in. He's hit right at the goal line and into the end zone. Jamin Worm from about 8 yards out. But I think the touchdown will count regardless. That was a dead ball deal. So what they're calling after that, we'll wait and find out. Say, why don't you keep Gordon Hill in mind when planning fall events and holiday festivities? Flowers add so much. Weddings, parties, birthdays, other times when you want to express sentiments, sympathy, caring, say it with flowers. It's as easy as picking up the phone and dialing Gordon Hill Flowers 223-0123. Boy, they're really having a consultation down there. All the officials near the 5-yard line. Either Argonaut celebrated and said, hot darn, we scored, or...
It's going to be a dead ball personal foul against Argonauts after the touchdown there. Apparently, a little extra celebration on the touchdown.
So, and the penalty is on the PAT now, or will it be on the next?
Well, yeah, normally it's on the...
Now, wait, there's a penalty against them, too?
They're calling double.
Okay, one of those, I'll scratch your back.
One of those plays you got to fool everybody. You send it one way, and then you send it back the other way. I don't know why they just don't leave the ball there. Call it both ways and call it a push.
Anyhow, this is the PAT. The touchdown counted is now Argonaut 34 Amador nothing with 4:47 remaining in the contest. Tankersley's will be about a 25-yarder. He missed a field goal that length earlier. He's a good kicker. It's good. 35-0. Argonaut on top. So it looks like for the 4th straight year, Argonaut will emerge victorious in this big game against the Varsity, whereas the JVs may not be the same. You'll find out next week when they watch the game. You're watching the game of the week. Larry Sonato, Jay Martinovich, George Martinovich, statistician, Tom Slavik, camera 1, Holly Golightly, camera 2, and Sue Slavik, the peripatetic producer. Wonder where she is. She's probably home watching this.
I actually saw her running around with a third camera somewhere a little earlier.
4:47 remaining. So it was real tight, and the outcome in doubt for a while. I guess Argonaut power is just, you know. So maybe Johnson is right all along. Hey, I got all this power. I simply got to use it. I'm not going to throw the ball around too much, you know. I don't know. It's a tough one. Tough one. Monk. You ever seen a monk run like that? Good hit there. So neither team has large benches, so it isn't like, well, we're going to let everybody play. Probably everybody's mostly played already, but surely the last game for Amador seniors, maybe last game for Argonaut seniors, and undoubtedly everybody will be playing. 56 in there, Gabe Porto, but he's been the starting left tackle. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. So Amador's in the position, hey, we want to score. We want to move the ball. Oops, Worm's going off the field. They're going to be penalized with the too many people on the field. Bruce Torrey breaks free for a big gainer, so I guess they'll take, and there's a penalty flag way down. Oh, that's probably thrown for Worm. Okay.
Shot by Shane Alderson and Guy Boring. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, quite an assemblage of offensive linemen for Argonaut, and virtually all seniors. Jack Kennedy, 230-pound left tackle, 250-pound senior Steve Barnett at left guard, 175-pound senior center David Stevens, 230-pound senior right guard Jared Lyman, 235-pound senior right tackle Damon Wyckoff, 210-pound senior tight end Guy Boring. Talk about a who.
For high school football, that's something you don't see very often.
And they're all going, so they have a tremendous job rebuilding that offensive line next year. Worm and Machado back, a couple of great runners. They need somebody up front to move people. Now, what's happening, meanwhile, back at the field? Another penalty flag down here. If you still insist that you want to recycle your own cans and bottles and everything, use one of ACE's 3 state-certified buyback centers. Safeway in Jackson's one of them. One Stop in Ione, another. And the Pine Grove Transfer Station. ACE's is not only Amador's leading waste collection company, but also its recycling leader. So for more details, phone ACE's 296-2237.
Second down and a few inches.
Second down and a little bit. I certainly see some clean jerseys in there for Argonaut.
Yeah, the game is definitely in the hands for the Mustangs, so it'd be nice to see some of the second-string players get in there to get some action.
We see Jason Smith, defensive right end right now. He's kind of a new one in there. Seems to be a new nose tackle. I'm not sure who that is. We'll get the number for you. New nose tackle for Argonaut. Second and very short. Counter to Floyd. First time he's really broken free today. Great tackle. Open field by Chris Finch. Wasn't he the guy that was creamed here on the kickoff? No, no.
Oh, that was Mike Finch.
Oh,
Are they
Finch.
brothers?
Final score
Yeah.
from Angel Camp.
From Man in the Background says, yes, they are brothers.
Is that on the big game quiz? Was Mike and Chris Finch brothers? Where is it down there? Yes. Okay, first up. That's the first chance Floyd has broken off the line in quite a while, and great tackle by Finch. Otherwise, he could have gone. 3:42 left. They give it to Floyd again. And he's pulled down, I think, from Lane behind. So suddenly, with some subs in there, now they're beginning to run their plays. Let's get back to not much time left here. And what year did we give that, or did we? In what year did Jackson and Sutter Creek play 3 games? The answer was in 1928, 2-0 ties, and then Sutter Creek won 19-0. How many times have Argonaut, Jackson Argonaut, or Sutter Creek Amador played? We'll tell you that in a little while. Second and short 3. I think Newton's still at quarterback, going all the way, faking. He's looking down. The rush is coming. He gets it off. Oh, overshot his intended receiver, which I guess was Todd Eichmann. No, Oliver.
I guess they threw the big fake at everybody tonight, and Oliver replaced his jersey with Todd's jersey.
Third and short. Stopping the clock, 2:53 left.
Maybe being Friday the 13th, he didn't want to wear his number out there.
Newton faking inside handoff. Being pursued, Brusatori. Ooh. Worm tumbles over the concrete curbing into the track, but he's all right.
Reminder tomorrow, the
Another first down. Wyckoff goes off the field. Perhaps that's all he will play in this game, and I kind of hope he gets to play another high school game myself. Whether they're going to make it or not, I don't know. First and 10 for Amador from about the 29 with 2:44 left. Argonaut 35, Amador nothing. Promisco moving. Oliver up the middle. All of a sudden, there's all kinds of running room for Amador.
I believe that's Brian Oliver with the carry.
As they have pulled out a lot of regulars, and here comes the regulars back in. I don't think they want them to score. I'm not sure, but I don't know if it's too late or not, but suddenly all the regulars come back in.
Yeah, the Mustangs have played an excellent game. They've ran the ball up and down the field defensively. They stopped Amador. So the coach says, hey, wait a minute. We're not going to let them score. Go on back out there.
Jason Smith, Lane out, Mike Clark and company comes back in, but they got a little momentum build up here. Maybe they won't be able to. Newton gave it to somebody, and I can't see the telephone pole, but they weren't going anywhere anyway. They stopped at about the line of scrimmage. So they called for the posse, and the posse came in, and they stopped the Wranglers right at the pass.
Came in and did their job.
1:57 left in the game. And obviously, Amador, hey, well, guys, at least we want to score once. I mean, we're lost, but we want to score. Promisco faking Newton, throwing. No, Clark smashes him down. Clark and Newton have met before tonight, as I recall.
Quite a few times there. Play-action play there. Clark didn't go for the fake. Ryan Oliver coming out of the backfield was wide open. Newton just couldn't get the ball off.
We haven't seen Somerville play. My vote for the all-around player in this league, offensive defense, would be Mike Clark.
Yes.
He is simply outstanding both ways.
Yeah, he's been consistent all year long rushing. I think tonight we'll put him over 1,000 yards for the season, and defensively he's done an excellent job.
So it'd be tough. But, well, you know, that's just our opinion. The games that we've seen, we didn't see Somerville play. Third very long, less than a minute remaining in the game. Brusatori moving. Newton rolls out. Handoff inside. Good faking there. I think they wanted Argonaut to think it was going wide, and then they tried to slip him up the middle. So unless Amador can do something and try for a field goal, they may be shut out in this big game. How many times have Jackson, Argonaut, Sutter Creek, Amador played? The answer is 74. This is the 74th meeting. How many consecutive years have they played? This is the 70th straight year. What is the overall record? We'll tell you in a moment, 12 seconds from now when this game ends. Newton rolling out, looking to pass. He throws it. Marvelous diving catch by somebody. Promisco at the 9. Clock still going. No time left. It's over. Ball dead at the 9. Argonaut victorious, 35-0. They move to 3-2. They have the possibility of a playoff berth next week, and by the time you see this on cable TV, it will already be decided. What is the overall season's record now after this game? Well, it is 41 for Sutter Creek Amador, 25 for Jackson Argonaut, and 8 ties. The stats are coming up very quickly. So I just want to remind you that Tom Slavic Productions knows that our business community is just simply more than generous. When our youth or organizations need help, everyone turns to the business community time after time. Well, you can do your part too. Shop in Amador County whenever you can. What you spend here goes around. So we can best thank the business folks for helping our youth and clubs by shopping at home. Well, the scoreboard is certainly one-sided. Jay Martinovich, 38-zip. How does the stat sheet read it?
Well, the final stats of the game for Amador, no score, but they rushed for 110 yards, 3 for 5 passing for Newton for 54 yards. For Argonaut, scoring 35 points, rushing 231 yards, passing for 78, 3 for 6 night for Todd Matley. For the scoring on tonight's game, Argonaut, a 3-yard run by Clark in the first quarter at 8:41. Once again, Clark followed with a 4-yard run at 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Argonaut then scored again. Once again, Mike Clark, his 3rd touchdown of the night, put it at 21-0 into the third quarter. Argonaut scored once again, a 10-yard run by Todd Matley at 10:47 of the fourth quarter. And the final touchdown of the game, a 7-yard run by Jamin Worm to close out the score.